Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where today I will be having my first listening party in a while to Prevail's True Power. I knew I wanted to at least do a listening party for this when I missed Dance Gavin Dance, Memphis Mayfire, Palisades, and all that stuff. And especially since I missed reacting to the two songs that they released for this one, so I thought, let's bring it back to my preferred routes, the listening parties, going through the whole album rather than just one song. And man, what has it been? Like 3 years since Prevail's released an album? And I'm kind of surprised. I'm not going to count post-traumatic, so yeah, 3 years since Trauma came out. I'm not going to count post-traumatic since that was just the live album from whatever, though that was also great. I think some of my favorite versions of this, or favorite like things to listen to by Prevail, is just the live version of all of the Trauma songs. Like Deadweight is good, but Deadweight live with Caleb Shomo, that's even better. Anyways, but True Power came out today as of recording, and I mean 15 songs isn't like something to, just, I don't know the phrase, tip your hat at or whatever, but I'm excited about it. I think like over the past like year I've become more of a fan of Prevail. Like I've heard of their stuff before, and I thought their Blink Space cover was pretty solid, but I never listened to them until I guess for my band I was like looking for some inspiration when it came to like music. And my vocalist was just like, yo, listen to like Trauma, like some of these songs off of Trauma. And I did. It was pretty good. And then my fiance also started getting more and more into it. And then I started getting more and more into it. And now I'm actually kind of hyped for True Power. But with all of that unnecessary stuff out of the way, it's been a minute, but let's spend the next about 45 minutes with each other just listening to nothing but True Power by Prevail. I mean, this is an intro, so I'm not really expecting much. I could imagine this in like a horror movie trailer. Cutting to black in between the This summer, experience your worst fear. No new Prevail. That's the other thing. I kind of forgot to mention this. I love their use of like synths along with everything. So it's like you can expect emotional or heavy. Right, I was about to say, they just I like music that I can't tell what's about to happen. That does like these fake outs. Now it's not going to fake me out anymore since I know it's not going to kick in just yet. Ooh. Oh, they're building it up. This is about to go hard. Ooh, that is a full sound. I really love that bands are really like starting to use these synths for just to fill out the sound. Texture? I guess it's for the texture, the atmosphere, and ambiance. It feels like it keeps just pulling you in. But yeah, no, it really just builds it up to these choruses. And that little like chunky part in the middle of the chorus, just nice. Oh yeah, this is where it's gonna hit. Ooh, and that side chain, nice. See, that's how the texture adds to it. Mm. Especially that little like reverse like bass whatever right before. Ah, and when they do that dropout, beautiful. Like they're just like, screw it, let's just go like full intensity and then bring it all the way back down. Oh. Just adding more to this at the end. Just layering it on. And I love this. Like little guitar riff that's going on. I always find the snares on the downbeats super corny. I don't know what it is about it. This is going fast though. This is a very fast one. It's a nice riff. Oh, nice harmonies. This is aggressive. Aggressive? I feel like that's the word I want to use. Is aggressive the word I want to say? I'm always a sucker for halftime bend. Nice. There's something about this chorus that also sounds very, I don't want to say corny, but generic? I don't know, man. I'm not saying it's a bad chorus. It's just like there's something about it that's just odd. I'm I think what's also funny is I just recently found out that their drummer has a YouTube channel, and I've watched some of it, and hearing him like, hold on. Oh, I mean, I know that every breakdown can be halftime, but I don't know. I just like I honestly, some bars they got a nice flow. It's a basic flow, but they work it. Oh, the offbeat comeback in. I also enjoy doing that when I'm writing music. That's also very cool. That little like glitch effect for when they go in. or whatever hits like with what he's saying. I'm not going to be a contrarian and say that that was a bad song. I'm going to say at the moment it's not my favorite out of the 3 I've listened to, but out of the 3 I've listened to, but I'm not going to say that I dislike it. I think after a few more listens I might be able to find my own charm with it, but at the moment, I completely cut myself off from what I was talking about. It's just funny. I've found the drummer's YouTube channel for this band, and it's just interesting, like hearing. It's basically like the same thing as like you hear a vocalist like talk versus them screaming or like on an offstage, and it feels like it's the exact same thing, you know? This is an interesting one. I feel like we've had at least like 4 different song ideas so far with this one, but they work so well together. They know how to write some good guitar riffs. I can't even deny that either. Tell me you hate me and I'll tell you I love it. Nice. That, like, Descent too. That's nice. I love how that sounds. Like, this part sounds so different from the rest of it, but it fits. It's like a good Frankensteining of these ideas. I'm getting some Scene Queen flashbacks on this one. Is it weird that Scene Queen would have killed over us on this one? If you don't think that she could have, just listen to the whole, like, Bimbo Core album. Or EP, it's an EP. And that was a great one. That's one for the parties. I like the little vocal sample that they have here. I can't tell if the guitar is distorted and just EQ'd or clean with an EQ. But I know it's a palm muted like pattern, like riff. I want to say it's distorted with the heavy EQ. They definitely do like their flow, I will say. I'm not going to say it's always the exact same, but it's not high variety. That was nice. Dun, 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 dun. I like how you're saying that. I'm actually really liking this one. Oh my goodness. So go ahead and twist it enough. I can feel the damage. The flow may be the same, but his voice is really nice with it. This one, I can... This is one for the homies to have a sit down and cry with. design. Oh, we're about to get hit. I think I Prevail is the band that gives you the audible punch in the face that I think everybody needs. I'm holding on to hope. It's a problem I admit. Let's conform my fear. A feeling I miss. The devil is real and I'm caught in his grip. Looking into the abyss. The future is a myth. I'm holding on to hope. It's a problem I admit. Letting go of my fear. A feeling I miss. The devil is real and I caught in his. If you don't think that as like the sound version of getting punched in the face, I don't know what to tell you. Ooh, nice. The speed up. Is there a sidechain? Oh, that's pretty. That's a very like pretty way of how that like played together. Were the guitars in? Was the guitar sidechain to the drums on that one? Like I felt like I heard like dips when the drums played. I might be wrong on that, but if you've heard that on Bad Things, let me know. I really wish they did a little more on that one. I like this. This feels like it could be like I don't want to say 90s rap, but it sounds like basically like rap songs using like a sample, you know? Like drum sample with other stuff. That's also an interesting lead part. I wasn't expecting that last fake in that original part. I don't really have much to say on this one. I mean, I guess I can respect a song that about, just against other people, but I don't know. I think I'm personally getting I'm going to say exhausted of this idea of writing a song about, other people just being ugh. Especially when it Though I think I could also think of a lot of people that my friend knows and possibly went to college with that I could relate this one to. But I don't know. I think like using the word fake specifically, it's just making like this there's something, I don't know. I can't describe it. It's using the word fake. I'm going to try even though I can't. Using the word fake to describe it, it's like I think that may have been the only word to like they could think of to like get this idea across, but it also just feels like it feels odd. I guess like trying to make a song that can be as widespread and like as versatile and anybody can relate to. I don't know. I think they all have a fairly fast-paced feel to it. And I only say fast-paced because the snares are hitting on beats 2 and 4 rather than beats 3 for a lot of these. I thought it was about to go into beat 3 and it was actually doing quarter notes. I never understood that line. Ice inside my veins. Does that mean you're just cold? Is it really I've got nothing to lose, so fucking burn it all to ashes? Is it not so fuck it, burn it all to ashes? Like I'm looking at the lyrics on that Spotify has, and that just seems like a very weird line to have so fucking rather than so fuck it. Right? Unless Spotify is wrong and they just made a typo when like putting this up, or it was like a spell check. Living in a cold world, maybe you forgot. I'm gonna get into hardwired like it or not. You know the end is coming soon. Great guitar work. And I really like that line, if I'm fucked, so are you. But them starting their breakdown with a gotta really took me out of it. I don't hate the snare on the downbeats, that kata. I just personally don't think it's my favorite drum pattern, you know? But I really like that end. You know the end is coming soon. If I'm fucked, so are you. That's a good line. Like, oh my god. Okay. I like that beginning idea to just keep doing like the same thing always. I feel like that's always a thing that like a musician or an artist would do is like fighting, especially when the first thing is like just so popular. I feel like it's weird to say everybody knows I did this alone in a what is it, a 5-piece, 6-piece band, two guitar, what is it, two guitars, two vocals, bass and drums, and then the producers. Am I reading too much into this line? Yes. Okay. I feel like that's always like a good thing to aspire for, but unreasonable to be the greatest alive, you know? Hmm. Cool little use of that like little warp thing. I've always wanted to hear a breakdown like this. Ever since a Jared Dines video, I've wanted to hear a breakdown that had a sample like this. Oh, please let this be a good breakdown I can write home about. Yep. Oh, oh, my dreams are Alright, this is a 10 out of 10 album. I don't need to listen to the rest of it. Every song is perfect. All because of this one little moment. I've always wanted to hear I've never heard a breakdown that had like the sample at the end and everything. I'm so happy that they did that. Oh, this already sounds very melancholic. Very gorgeous. Very beautiful written. I just realized there's not a single feature on this album, is there? I feel like every time somebody writes "oh fucking K," they always have to put so much emphasis on the fucking. I could imagine people hating this one because it's so like pop metal-y, if that makes sense. People are so shallow when it comes to metal, if I'm being honest. I hate it. I know I'm not any better talking about all the stuff I don't like, but I'm not even going to try to defend myself. Ooh, some triplet flow. Oh, he didn't like emphasis the fucking. Though I think on this one the chorus is the best part. This is honestly it's kind of a bop. Like, no cap, this is kind of a bop. Ooh, groove in it too. I kind of want a groovy breakdown with this. Like groovy drums too. Give me some groovy drums. I'm actually loving this one too now. And then halftime it at the last chorus. Baby, let's go. They know how to write a good song. They're doing exactly what I would do if I wrote this song. Therefore, it is a good song. I say like I could have ever thought about any of this stuff. Every good band needs one song that grooves a little bit. And then just that really nice riff. Did they write a song all about the Lion King? Like I said, they write good riffs. I always find those like little pauses so weird. It's a good riff. I like how that went. I find it ironic. That flowed. I'm not gonna lie. That I find it ironic. I really like how that flows. This one, I guess you can already kind of tell the structure a little bit. Like I said, it's a good riff. You got nothing left to say, still running out there. I think I could better like sight sing along if I was better at reading. Also, like the blend of like the trap drums with like the, I guess, acoustic drums, live drums, going like using, knowing when to use each. It really, they're doing it so seamlessly that it's like not even feeling like something I've even like noticed, you know? Oh, simplify the drum part. Alright. So I tell myself to breathe. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about this one. Because it's a good riff, but I feel like because of how repetitive it is, it just feels like it overstays its welcome. All right. I will say, as the production behind it is really nice. Like they're using like these gates, or like just using the use of silence in between like stuff, just really helps add like to some of these hits. I just realized this is just basically like songs like Bow Down. Like, well, not like exactly the same, but I feel like close to that idea. Like, I may be wrong, but I swear Bow Down has a sign that's like something about like keeping my name in your mouth or something like that. For the fake apologies. I know you always want to run your mouth. Yeah, I figured you out every time you play my. And then some of these choruses, I feel like don't change the energy enough to keep like any type of hypeness up. Bass appreciation, bass appreciation. This is a weird break. Are the drums ruined? I think if the drums were more like this at the beginning of the breakdown, I think I would have liked the breakdown more. Hmm. Interesting way to end that one. I think that's another thing that I think I'm like noticing is I feel like a lot of these have like I think a lot of these has like a very similar theme, message, or meaning behind it. So it's like either musically it feels repetitive or like the lyrical content feels repetitive. That wasn't a very clean, was not a very clean transition from like that verse and chorus. That was a very, it sounded very awkward. Oh, that's a good band. Like Moths to Flames. I wonder how many of these breakdowns that they've used are just like some variation of the riff that they wrote for the song. Oh, very abrupt ending. I didn't think that Better Off Dead in an Apartment could have rhymed, but he made it sound like it did. Ooh. Oh wait, is this? I honestly thought this was about a friend committing unalive and thought that this might have been the vocalist and got anything else he may have felt, but I'm not entirely sure. The use of the vocoder is really nice. This one is really good. I don't know. I think this is like when I can really hear the emotion in it, you know? I really like it when you can like really feel the emotion in it. Like more than just like, screw you guys, I'm going home. I had to put a breakdown. Did this need a breakdown? I didn't think the song was heavy, like that type of heavy. I think they could have done without the breakdown. Why does every metal song... It is a frustrating thing. It will continue to frustrate me that a band thinks every song needs a breakdown. And in this instance, it wasn't even like a breakdown that I thought was like good. Like I feel like every other time I thought this didn't need a breakdown, I at least thought the breakdown was like enjoyable, but that one it was just so unnecessary. I will not say that their music writing isn't at least a little on point. They know how to write something heavy, and I'm pretty sure that people who just want heavy music, they're getting exactly what they want, you know? Does This is another one of those just like screw you. It just dawned on me. The dude who just sings, he can really sell it, you know? I think both the vocalists are really solid, honestly. But the clean vocalist, I think his name is Brian, he can sell a chorus. I can't hate a pause between like the first and second of a breakdown. That was a cool little thing they did there. Oh, we're just going to end it like this. All right, that's fine. Nice. Another abrupt ending. All right. Last song of the album. Until we go out on a banger. I always... Oh, those keys sound really nice. Nice chords, too. Nice progression. Is there a vocoder there, too? No, there isn't. I don't think. Oh, that is a very pretty piano part. This piano part is really getting me. Oh my god. I think this is just a piano ballad. Okay. Ooh. I won't hate it if in like the last chorus the whole band comes in. This is a nice progression too. Oh. I heard that little like modulation, that borrowed chord there. Yeah. I think if it wasn't before, that would have been like the time to bring everything in. I really like this one. Oh my god. Oh, this is a certified hood classic. That chord, that transition chord between like just uh, I think I just want to listen to the instrumental version of this more than anything. I really thought they were gonna do it there. Like there's nothing actually stating giving me like any real indication. It's just I think every time I just hear a song like this, I just have to be prepared for it. Oh, nice. Nice way to end that. Okay. So I'm not going to lie. If I'm going to be completely honest, I think Trauma was better. I think that one got a little boring, say for like 3 or 4 songs. But then again, when I first listened to the Silver Scream to Welcome to Horrorwood, everything past Tip to Be Squared I thought was like decent at best, except for Farewell to Flesh and Ex Mortis. So honestly, I think it's just like as a first listen, a lot of these songs didn't really leave much of an imprint on me. But I'm assuming that if I give these like a couple more chances and listen through the album a few more times and really like just I guess less analytical, more just for enjoyment, I can find like I can enjoy this album. It's definitely like a solid album that had a lot of thought and effort put into it, and I gotta give the I Prevail like band all the credit that they're due because that was a phenomenal album. I think my favorite song has to be either let's see, what would I say my favorite song off this album is? I'm not gonna rank them because I can't remember them all that well. I think Doomed would definitely be like number one, if not number two, and then the only other one would I think that would be close to that is FWYTYK. I feel like I had an idea of what I thought that meant for When You Think You Know. I think is what it is for When You Think You Know. But this whole album was actually pretty solid. Or Self Destruction. Self Destruction was, I think, like also really good. Or Bad Things. No, Bad Things. Yeah, Bad Things. I think I really like. So I think Bad Things, Doomed, and FWYTYK. I think those are like my top three for this one. I think all the other songs aren't inherently bad. I think it just kind of is like too samey between each other. I think, like just songs about like other people just needing to like back off. I don't know. I think just like I said, I think like it was gonna be hard to follow up Trauma because Trauma was like such a good album, but I think like there could have been. I mean, knowing what they did in the past, I mean, I know it's like practically like whatever I can't remember which song, but the one that was basically saying keep doing what you did before. I think if they did do like that where there was just more variety, I don't know how they could have had like what they could have done in a sense to make it more variety like they did the last time without overly repeating, but I think this is just more of like it feels like somebody could just believe it feels like the same song over and over, and honestly I feel like it ended up being like that somewhat, like a pretty heavy riff, like high energy, like fast paced breakdown, whatever, blah blah blah. And I think in all honesty majority of the time the choruses are like what saved the songs more than anything, because then it just like because it could really just like fall into like just sounding too much like each other. But again, I think if I listen to this album like more than just this one time through, because this was my first time listening to this, I think I could definitely find appreciation easily by what this album has to offer. And I kind of hope that eventually they just do something like they did with Post Traumatic, where they just do like a live album, and maybe that live experience will just add more depth to it. Like I said, honestly I prefer Post Traumatic over Trauma, but like the songs are the same, so I can listen to either. And so I'm just hoping it could be like that with this at some point. I can just find like these songs and just really just like vibe with them. But I think it's just since there's a less variety, it's just like less impressive. I think think if I were to ever rank these albums, I think this would, then again, I've not listened to all the I Prevail albums, but this would definitely go under Trauma for sure. For sure. But yeah, I hope that wasn't too negative. I still think the album is like well written, well produced, well, and just overall, like, it's just like well performed. Like the songs themselves, I may be like with, but I cannot say that like the musicians did a bad job like doing it. They did really, really good, and I have to give them credit where their credit is due. And honestly, I'm glad that they released some more work that I'm pretty sure they've been sitting on for a while. Like I said, it's been 3 years since they've released a new album. I want to say the most they did that was new was whatever was on Post Traumatic past the I Don't Belong Here. So like Feel Something, and DOA with Joyner Lucas. So like Feel Something, I'll give it like that, and that's about it. But yeah, no, but yeah, like I said, but if you like this album, then I guess as the people say, more power to ya. But who knows? Maybe it'll grow on me, because like I said, they're a good band, and I'm still thinking about whether or not the $167 resale value tickets are worth it, because fuck scalpers. But yeah, and that's pretty much the end of my thoughts on this one. Sorry I've been gone for a while. I've started a new job like within the past few weeks, and honestly the schedule's kind of just made me just exhausted, when I come home from work to like just sit down and do one of these. Just thinking about it was just like, ugh, not because it's a lot of time commitment, but it's just, just want my moments to relax and not like record and edit. But, I'm feeling better, hopefully, or, feeling like, I'm getting used to like the whole thing. So hopefully I'll be able to start pumping out content more like today, where if all goes well, I have 2 videos up, this and a Big Time Rush reaction to their new song Dale Pa Ya. So if you like heavy metal like I Prevail, then you should totally watch my reaction about a boy band that once belonged to Nickelodeon. There should be a card there. See, I know where it is on my screen. It's just knowing where to point, since everything's flipped. But anyways, with all, let me know how you felt about this album. I'm going to assume that there's going to be people who feel differently about it than I do, but if you don't, that's cool. But if you do feel differently, tell me what you're seeing in these songs that I'm not. Maybe I can get it eventually. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you all have a great rest of your day and or night. Peace.